All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another game of Adopted by Retired Adventurers. I, uh, I am your game master, uh, Simon. Uh, t- uh, Last we left off, our epic adventurers were coming out of the high-tech murder sewers of parody um, as uh, um, the a little bit of chaos started up above. You find yourselves in the middle of like a moving crowd in a little bit of a state of panic. Lots of people who lost sight of each other are looking for each other in the dark as the sun is setting. All of the electricity is off. You see that some people are already uh, um, lighting up torches and sticks of wood while they have enough sunlight to uh, do it properly. And so yeah, so you can imagine uh, mostly a ton of like wet barely in underwear adults and just like running around calling out to each other, and people stuck on ride. So like as you come out of the sewers, there's a you find that your interference has caused a little bit of chaos here in parody. What is uh what are your characters going to do?
Still carrying the student from the university who's passed out. I'm gonna start walking through the crowd looking for one of the teachers.
uh do you mean uh I don't I must have forgotten that. You mean Kalissa, uh right?
I don't know. They
Yeah.
wandered down and somebody made a
Yeah.
bad joke about, "Are you having fun?"
Yeah, that was one of the clowns. Kalissa, to the sound of the like confusion and chaos, is going to wake up. Ah, oh, we're we're outside. We're outside. And like you see that like she looks up towards like she um, uh, uh, asks to be put to be put on the ground, and uh, looks up uh, to the moon, and you make a perception check. Just call back.
I'll just call back.
Just call back.
Oh, nice.
All right. Call back. There is a lot of chaos going on all around you, but you notice a few things in that moment. She whispers, I never thought I'd be this happy to see the moon again." Uh, and uh, you get a strange sense of familiarity with this person, uh, and like you know that everyone is like wearing disguises to look the way that they wish to appear, and for a moment it looks like her ears are longer and pointier, and that there is a half moon reflected in both of her pupils that shines with a little bit of supernatural light. But then the magical disguise uh, comes back on, and she goes back to looking fully human.
We found a werewolf.
That's happening in the middle of like the sun is mostly set, so it's starting to get dark out. What is everybody going to do?
I'm still looking for a teacher.
All right. You look around. You find that. Oh yeah! Everybody make a perception check for me.
Oh,
Oh, that was a letdown from last time.
balance is restored.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Demeru, you are you see that like some of you are looking for the teachers, trying to find and connect with them. You smell something on the air. It's the like particular smell of the shadows that surround Professor Zenobius, and you find that it is mostly invisible at this time of day with how dark it is, but there's a Nyx, one of the like shadow puppets that come out of the Professor Zenobius's body that that is hurrying along towards where you are. It seems unable to say things by itself, but you hear the voice of Professor Zenobius say, "Oh, good, I found you. Well, it seems that the park is shut down. This is typical, you know, when so many students have high levels of gnosis. There's bound to be some incident that happens on every single field trip. Please, there's a the headmistress is trying to gather everyone at the place where you first appeared. Follow the Nyx. It's going to get you home."
Okay.
Is it are all of you unharmed?
When he's done talking, I smile, kind of big, like big enough to show off my tusks. And I'm like, "We shut down the park."
I should have known. Is that a power cell in your hands, young? I believe your name is Maya. Maya Malufos.
I think I gave the power cell to Gulbak, and it's in
Oh yeah,
his
it's in the bag of
It's in
holding.
the bag of holding.
All right. You see, in this case, he like you just like being here and looking at the bag of holding. He asks that question to Kolbak. Is do you have a technomagical power cell in there? You might want to be careful. It's
I don't
it's
even know what that is.
it's radiating a lot of magical radiation that can you know, bring statues to life and things like this. You might want to be careful.
I don't even know what that is.
It's true, he doesn't.
Well, same warning, but to you who seems to understand what it is that I'm saying. All right. The Wissenschaft team is on its way to take care of everything here. Everything is should be under control pretty soon. As he says this, you hear chunk 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 above your heads as bright projectors are turned on illuminating the evening sky, you look up to see a small blimp, painted in painted in like gray colors to look sort of like a cloud. It looks a little bit inconspicuous, and coming down from the blimp on ropes, you're going to see a few members of Wissenschaft that meet up with the security team, Jonathan Steiner and Lorenzo, who were already participating in some of the activities. You see
Did they still in swim one?
yes, but
Nice.
but Jonathan has his chain swords, and you see the person who was apparently leading the security team at the Great University of Lucretio comes down on the ropes with a team of other black-clad individuals. As a reminder, this is what he looks like.
Oh, the edgy one.
Yes.
Yes. I remember that one.
He speaks in a very low whisper to his agents, who immediately go spread out and start doing stuff.
Do we need to do anything, or are we just evacuating? I'll talk to the shadow because the professor can talk through it.
Oh, if you want to let them know what happened, this will help their work of solving this situation.
My siblings are gonna see Kolbak with a very determined look on his face, almost to the edge of anger, walking towards the security team.
Okay. So like the security team is spreading out, going in all directions to take the orders of the person. So you right now they're sort of like spreading out. Which one do you want to
spreading out? If they're spreading out, he'll go towards the leader.
Yeah, the leader is still standing. The leader is still standing in place. You see that he has a little badge that with what appears to be his name or code name, which is 12. Turns to you and says, "You're alive. Good."
No thanks to you and your team.
Well, maybe thanks to me and my team. We are very discreet in the way that we do things.
You mean by leaving all of the killer clowns around here to attack your students?
Well, they're taken care of now, so everything works out.
Yeah, we took care of them.
Your formidable combatants. This was the result we were expecting. So, all within, all in accordance with what we were planning. So,
the person who knows me best, Demru, sees me balling my fist like I'm ready to punch this guy in the face.
This is supposed to be a vacation, okay?
My hand on your shoulder while I'm looking around for other stuff.
You 12 sees this. He's going to say, "I might be able to provide an explanation. We've identified the technology here as having the signature details of one professor one Dr. Locust Khan Schwarzwald. He is going to like show you like a photo, and says this man is responsible for a lot of the
outright Hojo.
Sorry, say that again.
That is outright Hojo from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it is in the official art book. It is in the official lore book of Anima. So I know they bought that image from someone who should probably have told them that this was from Final Fantasy.
Out of game, I want to ask you a question real quick. Is that the image you used to replace the guy from that dungeon we were in?
Is this like a totally new person, or is this?
No, this is a new person. He has nothing to do with necromancy. So yeah, 12 is going to say this person is behind a lot of the technological advances that we've been able to do. He was a close cooperator with Prince Lucanor, and they worked together on restoring the technology of Lost Logias, and their efforts resulted in things like this. So he's going to show you he has a gun blade.
Nice.
And the process, which is the method by which our organization is able to create superhumans. This doctor is has gone completely rogue and seems to be traveling around, fulfilling the dying wishes of anyone that he meets that is dying, but he's also really open to interpreting what their last words were, and this happens. This we'll clean this place up of all of that tech, but
question.
Demero can feel. Go ahead.
You go first.
Demero can feel Kolbak's body moving forward, absolutely furious at this point that these people apparently, with what he's saying, actively put his family and his new friends in danger, even telling them that they didn't need to go armed, knowing there was danger here. He is damn near about to go into a rage.
I do not have the strength to hold you back at all.
Oh no, he's not pulling from you yet. His body's like leaning forward, like he's ready to attack.
Yeah.
But he hasn't actually pulled from you yet.
Okay.
12 is going to say, we weren't aware there was danger. I just arrived at the conclusion that this was the work of Dr. Schwarzwald based on the field report of my agents.
Yeah, I had a question for you, Simon.
Yes.
Are guns in this world common enough for us to just like know what they are?
Make a history check. The invention, the invention and popularization of flintlock pistols in the anime setting is a recent development. The fact that this person has something that, like, it looks like a blade with a strange contraption that he was showing off without explaining what it was at all.
Cool.
I'm just
Make
thinking
a
that's,
history check.
that's really not an impressive thing to show off if I have no clue what the fuck it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like showing a closed. It's like showing a closed Zippo lighter to a Middle Ages person. Like they just think it's gonna be a hunk of metal.
Yeah.
Wow, you have one fancy crossguard on that sword.
Like if you show an assault rifle to a middle-aged peasant, you know, they're not gonna be scared of you. They're gonna be like, okay,
That's a weird sword.
That's a
weird
fancy
block
stick.
of metal.
I mean, there's a reason that we haven't invented gun swords in the modern age. It's because if you don't build them really well, they're going to have a lot of problems.
Actually, I'll just say one thing: we have invented gun swords in the modern age. They were not very practical at all.
Yeah.
Well, we did have bayonets, which were very useful.
The gun blades actually came in earlier, like a full-on long sword with a small pistol attached as an attach, like literally a Final Fantasy weapon.
They were really bad for like misfiring and warping the blade and
no,
all
not
sorts.
just that. The weight distribution is thrown off. You cannot use the sword effectively, and you cannot aim effectively.
It sounds terrible.
Like I feel like the best possibility is you just take like a battle axe because they got like the flat top, where you're not really having to stab.
Yeah.
And then you just put like a shotgun on there, and bam, you have the ultimate barbarian weapon.
Anyways, going back to the game.
As an 18, may not know what guns are.
Yes, you are aware that it is something that is becoming very popular in the land of Gabriel. They are popularizing because the only rich people can afford flintlock pistols at this point in history. Pistol duels. Yes, it's they're popularizing it as a popular dueling thing, and you know that at least 5 people in Dulucart, 5 nobles own real firearms, but like it's supposed to be a very recent invention or thing being brought to the fractured empire.
You know, I'm sure other people have them, but I do like the mental image of only 5 nobles having guns for duels, and it's just those 5 people dueling each other.
Trying to shoot each other all the time.
It's just so inaccurate.
There was 6, but one of them lost. By the way, in this setting, is gunpowder just called black powder? Because that happens a lot in fantasy settings.
But maybe it's one of those things where I would need to go into a book and check. I can do that.
Well, it makes sense because black powder is significantly older than guns.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
guns are
it'd
new,
be
it
kind of
would make
weird to
sense
call
it's still
something
called black
gunpowder
powder.
if there's no guns. You know, it's like, hey, we have this thing called gunpowder. What the fuck's a gun?
Called bang powder.
Even in real world history, black powder is a hell of a lot older than guns.
Now,
it's just like powder kegs and stuff.
Okay, so here's what the lore book says, and take everything. And this is the same lore people who made. Anyways, powder and firearms. Little over a century ago, the world was revolutionized with the advent of powder. It just says, it says gunpowder. Thanks to gunpowder.
Why is called gunpowder?
Yeah,
so they can't just call it powder.
It's
that vague powder. It would be filling pistols with all sorts. How do you fetch the flour?
Here, I'm gonna gather a little bit of dust from my shelves and put them in the pistol.
It's explosive. I saw a noble do it the other day.
Make makes baby powder seem a lot more menacing.
Oh god. I'd get banned so quickly.
Okay. So yeah, your so yeah, 12 simply says, you you should know that he doesn't like the word leader. The main organizer and coordinator for our organization, Wissenschaft, is a super genius who is able to deduce a lot of facts from very little knowledge, and uses that to plan for the moves of our organization way ahead of time and really efficiently. We were told to send 2 agents to with you to Parody to ensure that no one died, and no one died.
And they won the
I will say,
tournament,
it is awfully convenient that you sent super secret stealth agents along this mission to help us, that we can't actually prove we're here or not.
Well, they're actually, I can provide proof. They
were in the
reported
swimsuit competition.
They reported to me they were in the swimsuit competition.
Yeah, one of them won.
Well, I wouldn't call that helping, personally. Just being in a swimsuit competition nearby, that just doesn't seem very helpful to the class situation.
I mean, nothing was going on at the time. I was in that too.
Anyways, I believe I have some bad news. One of our operations went awry. It is a thing that happens sometimes. Our main coordinator cannot predict every movement of the big movers and shakers of the world. I have Mr. Malafus, I have some tragic news concerning your surviving party members.
I don't like where this is going.
After the last fight, 2 of your now undead companions had survived the 3 had survived the attack and were being transferred to one of our secret facilities to be given robotic bodies along with the bodies of their companions to in order to study what type of spell had been used on them. The transport was attacked, and 2 of the adventurers that were still alive were killed, and one of the undead and one of the dead had their bodies kidnapped.
You lost.
Where'd this happen?
People?
Yeah, we lost them. We lost the ones who were alive are either kidnapped or dead, and fully dead this time. And the ones who one of the one who was dead, the body is missing.
Where did this happen?
This happened. I'm sorry, but about this, but it happened in the Metzger Forest. that is west of the capital.
So what I've learned today is that you and your people are utterly useless.
Sometimes, yes.
Seems like all the time.
Yeah.
More importantly, do we have any information on who or what attacked them? Any witnesses there?
Yes. So the driver saw the person who was attacking, identified him as Arbiter Alistair.
That the necromancer that was threatening us?
No, that is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's too many characters. It's a different character. You see that 12 is gonna like open a folder, look through a couple of files, and show you a picture. It's this terrifying gentleman.
Oh! No wonder they didn't stand a chance. They're stacked.
Arbiter Alistair is an arbiter who has who is working for the Azure Alliance. They're a rogue faction of the Empire. They have spies in a lot of places, and we believe that he was retrieving the bodies of two of his spies.
So 2 people from your party were spies? Like to Hawkwood?
That's we would like to ask you a few questions, Mr. Hawkwood, and see if you would participate in the investigation in the Metzger Forest.
Oh, I was going to whether you asked or not. Let's go.
Are we all going?
I mean, if you guys are up for it.
Of course.
Only because you asked.
Okay.
Okay. You file. You file towards the entrance of the park where the headmistress is gathering everyone. You see that like she seems happy. She seems happy to see you. Waves you over. Most of the students who came on this trip are here. She says that she's sent the other ones home forward, and she says, "Okay, that should be everyone. All right. Just give me a few minutes to make this seem normal." And so, like, you see that she starts discreetly casting a few illusion spells around you that make it look like you're just walking away, while you remain like semi-transparent in the same spot while she starts casting the spell to teleport all of you.
As we teleport, I'm going to stick my hands in the bag of holding and slide the ring off inside the bag.
What's the
ring of alter self? Was it alter self or disguise self?
It's the ring of disguise self.
Yeah. So I slid that off in the bag of holding.
Okay.
I no longer look like Brom.
Cool. The so just before the teleportation happens, you're able to see that at the edge of the teleportation circle, Kalissa is like in the area of teleportation, having a short conversation with 12, and then the teleportation happens, and it is cut short. You're back at the Hidden University. What are your characters going to do now?
Just gonna keep an eye on Kolbak and Hawkwood.
Okay.
I'm gonna go looking for the gremlin, retrieve the power source from Gulbak's bag of holding, and search for the gremlin and give it to
All right.
gremlin.
You're gonna find her tinkering on like still in the workshop with Professor Iscariot, making pearls of power. Like you come in. What do you say?
Here's what you were looking for.
She grabs it from your hand and hides it quickly from the teacher.
All right, now it's,
thank you so much.
Yep, you're welcome. But we still you still have to keep your part of the deal. So
yes.
I'll see you in the evening, I guess.
Hold on. She, like, you see that she opens up a sack. She says, I knew I would have it would take forever if I just recombined all of the potion ingredients that we had, but I looked up in the library the ingredients. It's just some common herbs, but you need to look for the ones that are particularly blue because they're magic because it's like ambient magic. Here you go. And I got you the recipe.
I pocketed it and I asked, like, is there any specific region or science of a location where these kind of herbs grow?
It's mainly in Lucretio that you can find all 5, but some of them are spread out to other regions. You might want to stock up while you're in the country.
All right, so I'm gonna go over to the campus grounds and I'm gonna start hunting for whatever I can find from the repertoire.
All right, make a nature check.
30.
Sorry. Oh, 20. Hell yes. You gather the ingredients. You're picking them up while, like, the Hidden University is in the wake, which is a little bit this, like, strange dimension where you can see like weird dragon-like creatures flying high up in the sky above the university. You pick up some of the you pick up some of the flowers that fit the description mostly, but they all seem to have like strange color mutations or things like this. And you're able to gather all of the ingredients. Hello?
Sorry, dog.
Dog? Okay. So yeah, you're able to gather enough ingredients to make that potion 5 times, and it lasts for 24 hours.
Oh, nice. Right, got it. So I'm just gonna call it what? Potion of purple skin?
Yeah.
I'll try. Fine.
Purple potion sounds good. So yeah, you learn a skin dyeing magic potion recipe. Cool. What is everybody else doing?
Kolbak's gonna look for like a gym type area with like boxing style equipment if you can find it.
All right. Make an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, I'm so good at those. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You look around. You cannot, for the life of you, figure out where these students work out. Uh, um, it like it feels like either they're getting exercise from shenanigans happening in the school and like adventures and sorts, or uh
Well, I can't find my own feet.
uh but like it is a large campus, so like just looking on your own, you're not able to find the area where a workout would be happening, but there are students about. All right.
If oh my god, I don't know why, but every time I try to say her name, it just leaves my head. Demaru. If
Demir,
she's
yeah.
with me, she can tell
yes.
what like maybe what I'm looking for, but that I am just way too upset just to actually talk to strangers that I don't know.
In which case, I'll tug on somebody as they go past and ask, see if they know where the gym is. Because this is normally when he goes and cuts down trees and shit, so I'm assuming that's
Oh yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah,
rough mood he's in.
yeah, absolutely. Cool. You ask one of the students who's going to say, "Oh yeah, we don't have we don't have what you're describing with like weights and stuff. We have a an area for Eden Ball. Well, okay, I think it's just called Eden in the original lore, for people to play Eden.
What is Eden? Do I know what Eden is?
Make a history check. It's just a difficulty of 10. Oh yeah, you okay. So it's the popular like international sport in of this setting, where you are where it's two teams competing in a circled area that has like pillars all throughout, and you basically have to get the ball in the enemy's goal, and also you are able to uh, attack the other players, but only for periods of 3 seconds. And also, you can use the ball as a weapon to just like it's basically like a padded bowling ball that the players use to give concussions to the other team.
Wow.
But
That's the perfect spawn for you. Let's go.
Is there a have we even seen like a healing magic section on this campus of like, hey, here's where you learn how to fix people
We're
up.
about to find one.
Is there a
he-
magical nurse?
You you haven't spotted an area that seems like dedicated to that, although there are signs that like there are signs with the oh gosh what's a symbol for health? Oh no, there's Christianity in this setting. Of course, it can still be a cross for the symbol of health, because Christian. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so yeah, there there's different like
Is it
there's
still a red cross or is it a different color?
let's well, the Inquisition has a red cross on a white background, and they sometimes heal people. Most of the time burn them, but sometimes heal. So it would make sense with the lore that it would still be a red cross that symbolizes health.
I do like this shit, like in this school full of magic people, there's a symbol on the healer door. That's basically just the anti-magic group.
Yeah, the anti-magic. I mean, like, uh, um, yeah. So you see that basically those signs are signs that point to different to the offices of different teachers that can provide magical healing. You're able to see that like the nearest one is the professor of Ki.
Hello?
Hmm?
Hey, you cut out towards the end, at least for me. I think it might have been me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was the monk of Ki. Was the
Yeah, the professor of Ki, basically.
my bad.
Healing monk.
Uh,
Got a cute cat too.
I guess while we're here, Hawkwood's gonna try and look for more information on the we say it was the Metzger Forest.
Okay.
Trying to get some info about the area itself.
Make an investigation check.
Love those.
With advantage, because you are in the greatest university.
Hasn't been that great for me.
Callback, could you make an attack roll for unarmed attack? I just want to see if you beat the wall's AC of 20 and actually crack the wall, or if you or if it's just a regular angry punch.
Reckless the wall.
Like you, it's hard stone. Your fist does connect. It does not leave a crack. Who? Oh yeah, investigation. I said with advantage. Yes. Okay, 14. So the history of the forest is that it served as a defining border between Lucretio and Bellefonte, because it is difficult to traverse. It's supposed to be this really dense forest that is full of dangerous wildlife. Before the revolution, the Prince Lucanor declared this to be a special hunting ground for the monarchy. Although the records think that might just have been an excuse to have a reason to keep people out, other than the danger that people were ignoring of like dangerous wildlife.
Are there any small settlements or structures within the Metzger Forest, or the closest like
there's
this Holzberg?
Yeah, Holzberg is the nearest town. The document that you see indicates that like a lot of the jobs in that town have to do with maintaining and repairing the fence that is around the Metzger Forest.
Is that like all the information I can get in the forest?
With a 14, yeah. You do notice that like what you read it doesn't really say what the dangerous wildlife in the area is, and indicates that like monarchs before Lucanor didn't seem to care about the safety of the people around that place. That like it became something important to the crown basically just before the revolution.
And, if I also have time, could I look up any information on the what figure is tied up with the Alistair person?
Alistair, sure.
Arbiter?
Yes.
Arbiter Alistair.
All right. So, there. Okay. So, first things first. Arbiters are. You're able to research it on to research the hierarchy of the Fractured Empire. They're basically medieval superheroes. They are appointed by the Empire. All of them wear masks, so their original identity is hidden, and whatever their previous life was is forgotten when they take up the role. Each arbiter can command an army, and mostly their role is if there's a war somewhere in the Empire, they were there to make sure no one was committing war crimes. The problem is that recently, when the Azura Alliance broke off from the Fractured Empire, they all joined, like all of the arbiters joined the Azura Alliance. So, like all of the basically superheroes of this setting went rogue, and are basically supporting another candidate to the Imperial throne. To be fair to the Azura Alliance, they the Empire kind of just invaded them while they were already part of the Empire, because the ruler was really messed up. So yeah. Any questions? Mm-hmm.
No questions.
Okay. So given that his identity is hidden by his mask, and that there aren't exactly records of all of the things that arbiters do, that's kind of the administrative dead end that you reach trying to research this person. All right.
I don't know how the audio cut out again. I heard you say nobody knows his face behind his mask, and that's the last thing.
Basically, because his identity is somewhat protected, that's all that you can really find in university or in a place of records.
All right. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter to me doing some murder on him anyway.
So just letting you know, the two that it's both of the rogues who are missing. It's Rowena and Guthrie, the two who had official images in Anima.
I mean, yeah, they could be spies. That's not a surprise.
It's the two rogues.
The two that specialize in backstabbing. Who'd have thought?
Should be fair, we don't entirely know that they did for the backstabbing.
mostly they were backstabbing the group's enemies most of the time.
Yeah.
Like they only really turned against you when they were being controlled by a necromancer. So
That makes it even more curious, to be honest.
So, Maya, you went and you got your recipes and your herbs. Callback, you you were given directions to the Eden arena. If you want to go there, there's a match going on where basically the students are full on just using magic while they're playing this thing, and it's kind of like more of a fight than a real sport, because it's really hard to maintain the rules of you can only attack for 3-second intervals when the people can cast spells at each other from a distance. So basically adding magic to this already violent game makes it mostly into a fight.
Outside game, like I would really love to go do that, but Callback at the moment isn't go have fun possibly hurting people in a game. He like literally wants to hurt somebody, and even with his like intelligence, he knows that's not. He doesn't need to be around other people at the moment.
Yeah. You see that like there are healers present. Basically, like there's the students that are learning healing. This is a class for them. So injuries need to happen for them to be able to practice their spells. And you see that like they're able to heal. I think you would be able to see someone using a key power to shoot the ball so fast that it broke someone's arm, and that got healed pretty instantly. So if like basically this is the safe version of this ultra violent game, because there's magical healing nearby. All right. Knowing that there's a sort of safety net, is that something that Callback might play into, or?
Like I said, if he was in the mood to go have fun, yeah, but he's not. He's 100% like blind anger. He just wants to be alone and work out his anger on an object. Which is most likely why he's like probably put a mattress to the wall and is punching the mattress. He's in his room.
Okay, that sounds good. After a few minutes, you're gonna hear the person on the other side of the wall say, "All right, well, I guess I'll go study elsewhere." Really nice. Okay, so that's Callback. Hawkwood, you did a little bit of research on your next destination. Demiru, do you do anything?
Do people use magic in like the hallways and things, or?
Not everyone, but there is a very casual attitude towards magic within the university. It's just not everyone is necessarily a spellcaster.
In which case, I turn into a lion and start sprinting down the hallways, trying to sniff out the medals, because I think that's where Icarus would be.
Okay. Hell yes. Make a
smell-based perception check.
You got it.
Yay! I get advantage on those. 19.
Excellent. You follow you follow your nose and you're like you can smell that there's a place that has a lot of white steel in the area. You start to follow it. You're able you're able to get in the lower levels of the university that turn more and more maze-like the deeper you go. It basically stops being a place like the place doesn't have like lit torches and things like this to for lighting on this level, but you can smell that it's deeper still, that that there is the smell you're looking for.
I just keep going.
You just keep going? Okay, cool.
So there's like an echoing rumbling from like the lion's engine as I'm just sprinting down the hallways.
Sounds good. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. Oh, not with advantage, but
okay.
That's a 13.
So you're sprinting down. You get like do you have dark vision as a lion?
Let me quickly look that up because I don't think I put it down.
You are unable to see the signs, and basically you like you're bounding in a corridor and you hear stink 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 as metal doors behind you start closing, and before you're able to finish the corridor, there's one that closes right in front of you, and the ones behind you open back up.
What are these doors? Did you say they were metal?
Yeah, they're metal mechanical doors. Yeah.
I start tearing through them.
Sounds good. So only the ones that are blocking your path forward are in front of you. I think that those are like pretty well reinforced. So you're going to be satiated on the amount of metal that you need to eat before you get through the first door, but you can still try to claw through it. I'm gonna need an athletics check from you in your lion form. Hell yes. Okay. It is gonna take you a while, but you basically go through 5 of those reinforced doors and get to basically imagine medieval aesthetics warp core room from Star Trek. And nice. So there's this like large pulsating engine with lots of wires leading into different directions, and a lot of like magical symbols engraved in the metal of the structure, and it has like this low hum. You also see that Professor Iscariot is waiting on the other side of the door when you finish tearing through it, and he says, "I'm sorry, students are not allowed in this room. We left some signs."
I will sit down patiently and then realize that I can't speak in Welsh and revert. Sorry, I thought Icarus was down here.
No. Icarus Icarus is actually gone home for the holidays.
Oh, I was just following the smell of the metals, and I'll
That's
point to wherever the biggest like concentration of it is.
yeah. Well, like it's what appears to be like this large core. Professor Iscariot is going to say yes. Well, most students don't even know we have this thing here. Please don't describe exactly what it is that you saw here. But you should know it is here for the students' safety.
Okay. What is it?
If I tell you, are you going to tell anyone else?
No.
Even your siblings?
No. Do you want me to roll?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Please do.
Oh, where's my deception? Wow, with a 0 on that,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty
Pretty good. Give me just 1 second. So I add a +4 to that, and I rolled a. Oh no, I rolled an 18. So that's a 22.
rude.
So yeah, Professor Iscariot says, well, I here, come with me and I'll tell you what it is.
Do I believe him?
He seems to be serious. As you're walking, he starts to explain to you what it is in a language that you do not understand.
Rude. I can only speak 4 languages.
Uh,
I have quite a few.
Okay, which ones do you have? Infernal, Druidic, Draconic, Orcish. Yeah, he's speaking a language that is actually like long dead. So like it just goes over your head, but like he is using a lot of really complicated words, and it's just telling
I'm
you
just
about
nodding along like I know what he's talking about.
But yeah, as you as you like reach back the surface levels and you're able to see a little bit of sunlight again, he's going to say, well, that will give I'm sure I can make it look like it's homework to repair those doors and get some students to help me out with this.
I have mending, but I don't think that's gonna cut it.
No, the cutting is already done.
True.
Don't worry. We have this is a university with where the students learn to shape the material world thanks to supernatural means. There isn't anything that can happen to you that we can't find a way to fix here.
That's good to know. Okay.
Well,
Thank
there are
you,
some
and I'm
things,
gonna-
but yeah.
And I'm gonna just try and find the first sibling that I can
Okay.
and just spout everything that I just saw.
Okay. Are you gonna? Let's see. Kolbak is in his room. Hawkwood is in the library, probably pretty near to where you are, and Maya is in the gardens. So
I know where Colback is, but if I bump into Hawkwood on the way, I will just stop and tell Hawkwood everything.
yeah, you kind of like as it's like now past the like the sun has set here as well. You teleported really far west, so you got two sunsets today. But by like you're starting to feel tired. I think the group reunites at the dorm. So everyone is here, and basically this is like in the corridor outside of your respective rooms.
Okay,
Should we all
so
go into one room so we can talk instead of being out in the hallway?
that's a good idea.
I feel like Kolbak's room might be a bit messy right now. You can go into mine.
Okay.
Go into mine and there's just claw marks all over the wall.
You actually enter the room to find that someone has been diligently casting mending on the walls and repairing the.
I had it just how I liked it.
So yeah, what do you all do?
Are y'all up to just heading over to the Metzger?
Oh yeah, Metzger.
Yeah, Metzger. Yeah, the
Can you
Metzger
ping it on the
Woods
map?
tomorrow. Yeah, it's like first thing. Head over there, try to find
Oh,
the
right. It's like right
find the
next to
scene.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do want to get on this as soon as possible.
It's only 300 kilometers away.
I could run that.
If I knew what a kilometer was.
Curse the metric system.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? We said 300 kilometers. That would be about this much, which
About
is
200 miles.
150 miles.
That's pretty far.
So yeah, there we go. The maps with the one good thing about this map, it has both kilometers and miles. So yeah, yeah. You what are y'all? You're just talking about the Metzger Forest.
Does anyone have any like big preparations they want to make? I'm thinking since it's a bit of a journey, we might want to make a stop nearby here, get some supplies, and then we make one final stop for entering the forest.
When you said here,
right above.
what were you pinging?
Here, as in like where we currently are.
The Great University.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then we can make a final stop before entering the forest up in that Holstetter place, right north of the forest.
Holzberg.
That makes sense.
Holzberg.
Which I lived in Germany. I know what this means. This means Wood Town.
Wood Town.
It just means Wood Town. Sorry.
Thank God it's near a forest.
Honestly, I've seen a lot of towns that are named like that in real life.
Oh,
it's pretty
yeah.
accurate.
Yeah. It was really funny when we had a language specialist as part of the party to look at the names of those things. So yeah.
Did anybody else find out anything good?
I think that's a no.
Okay. Well, so I went downstairs, really far downstairs, and I found a secret that I'm not supposed to tell you about. It was behind really big metal doors that were very tasty.
Well, you had to tell us now. You can't just.
There was a large concentration of all of those metals that are really nice, but they were being used in some sort of magic sciencey thing with loads of different symbols that I'd never seen before, and a lot of things that I just could not comprehend. But the professor down there told me that it was for everybody's safety that it's on campus.
Well, that sounds like a good thing then.
I know, but if it's something that we need to hide from other people, does that mean other people would want to steal it? Or does that mean it's something that's dangerous, but it's also very helpful? Because I asked him to explain it, and he explained it, and I didn't understand a word he said. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it was...
I don't know, that's been happening with like every other person I've talked to here. I think it's just how they
They're
are.
too smart for us, I swear.
They started going into like magical theory, and all I know about magic is just I say these words in the right way, I get a big thunder wave, or if I blow my horn a certain way, bigger thunder wave.
Yeah, or it's some insecurity. You get that one too.
Yeah.
So
you know
what do
what?
we
Maybe
need to go
that's
into the
why.
forest for?
Maybe that's why we actually didn't see their help at the place. They didn't call them. Huh.
Good to know.
Making a mental note of that.
So much trouble. Is Maya purple right now?
No, not yet.
Oh, you haven't started drinking the potions yet?
No.
That's fine.
But I have a question for Simon though.
Yes.
Would you say that this is dinner time,
Yes.
or it will be soon? All right. So I'm going to attempt to slip in the 5 potions that I have in each of the siblings' meal.
All right. So the meals are like I said, it's a buffet. So you either need to predict what dishes your siblings are going to take and put the potion in the portion that they're going to take, or you need to slip it in while they are distracted.
Yeah, in their plates. So while they're distracted.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you hoping to slip that into cutlery?
Into what?
I literally just eat the knives.
Oh yeah.
The
Demeru, you also need to eat actual human foods sometimes.
Also, like, I would imagine that even if you're eating metal, like, do you not have a plate at all? Are you like swiping the cutlery off of all people's hands?
I
or
was swiping the
that...
cutlery from the end of the buffet where they keep the cutlery.
Okay, so you're not at the table then?
No.
Oh, then I can't. Then I guess I will not do it to Demeru, because then they're not at the table. But for everybody who's there, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So this being the hallway, this being the meal area that has a high concentration of students at one time, when they're not in class, lots of magical mishap is happening around you, which means this environment is prone to be very distracting. So, Maya, you're going to be rolling 3 stealth, free sleight of hand rolls against your siblings in the order that you decide, and the siblings you need to roll perception, but you're at a disadvantage because of magical fireworks and stuff like this going on around you.
So the first one's for Hawkwood.
Okay.
Oof.
The second one's for Kulbak. And this is the third one. No, we don't need the third one, right?
You have Hawkwood and Kolbak, and you can't do it to Demeru. So yeah, it's just those two. So yeah.
Is this why we find out the Hawkwood was always purple underneath the helmet?
So Kolbak, make a perception check, and I think hope for a natural 20, and Hawkwood make a perception check as well. Okay. Kolbak, he slips you the potion. Same thing for Ari. Part of the way through the meal, you it's gonna be Kolbak who notices it first. Ari having rolled a natural 1. Kolbak, you're going to notice that your fingers are darkening at the tips, and like at first it like that magical transformation looks like necrosis spreading really fast through your limbs, but then like it turns out to just be a cosmetic change. So like yeah, how is Kolbak reacting to this happening in the middle of dinner?
He is going to set his fork down and just absolutely glare at Maya, really not in the mood for anything.
Maya's going to pretend to be innocent, like he doesn't know what's going on.
All right, Maya, make a deception against Kolbak's insight.
I feel like I'm gonna get blamed for this.
He rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
He rolled a natural 20. So yeah, Kolbak, you look around. You're pretty sure no one hit you with a spell by accident, and that this is and like Maya's skin was like this earlier today. So
he's the one that was helping Maya find the person that did it, so he actually knows what
Oh,
Maya
yeah.
was trying to make.
Yeah. So yeah. And then like Hawkwood, I think Hawkwood is going to get a little bit of a shock when he removes his helmet and gloves in his bedroom later. There's gonna be a
You think Hawkwood takes off the helmet?
I knew it. He's never gonna know that he was purple.
Is this a Mandalorian type situation?
No, it's just don't take off the helmet unless you absolutely need to.
Like,
Well, in any case, you'll get to know in the morning then.
You get a crossbow bolt clipping your ear once, and you know while you're eating. Gotta be safe.
So how do you eat?
You just
through a
raise the helmet
straw.
up a little, and then raise the helmet up, put the food in, put the helmet back.
So it is a Mandalorian situation.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's
Right.
literally how he eats in the show when Grogu's with him.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched it.
He just lifts the helmet up enough that his mouth is open and then eats, because Grogu's in the room with him.
but spoiler warning, in case someone hasn't seen that part of the show. But yeah, that's okay. So Hawkwood, you might like probably realize this when you like take off shoes or gloves that would be pretty uncomfortable to sleep with, or the helmet that is also going to be really uncomfortable to sleep with. But yeah, Maya, you successfully pranked them. Callback seems to have immediately figured you out, though.
Yeah, and I make sure that I apologize to Kulbak seeing his look. Like, yeah, the bad timing, I guess.
All right. The next day comes. The sun rises over the hidden university.
That's what he needs.
Sorry, what?
Callback. I'm playing him kind of similar to how I am when I'm that angry, and I usually need sleep to fully calm down. So a long rest is exactly what he needs to get out of his funk.
Nice. Yeah, we find your we find your characters probably eating breakfast. You are you receive the visit of you received the visit of Jonathan Steiner, who comes over to your table and says, "Good morning, Malifaux siblings. I just wanted to let you know if you need transportation to Holzburg to participate in the to Metzger Forest to participate in the investigation. We can take you to the edge of the forest with a blimp, but unfortunately it's pretty hard to land in the forest, so you'll have to make the rest of the trip on foot." Any questions?
Didn't somebody say there's a long rest button in here now?
I thought there was.
There was? It's gone again?
Okay.
Roll 20. Never change, or
It
rather
could be something you have to toggle, but
roll 20. Never change, or rather change sometimes and then change back to the way that it was shitty before.
Oh yes,
That
it's
might
an
have an
option
issue
now.
then.
Oh, it's an option now. Okay, cool.
yay!
It's a
Awesome.
what?
Long rest button.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Oh, you
If you
probably
go
in the
to your
settings.
it's the
Gotta
last
go to the
thing in the
toggle
general
wheel.
options on the right.
All right. Cool. You said so. If y'all are going on the blimp, if you need to buy stuff before you head to the forest, you need to do it in the small town that is around the Great University. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get rations.
Okay, sounds good. You are you're able to find basically like a hall that's dedicated to storing food for the local population. They have like short-term things like fruit that needs to be eaten and today, all the way to like long-term rations that they've made. Apparently they have a special recipe for their rations that, according to the sign, is famous throughout the land. You've never heard about the Great University, the rations of the Great University, but that's what the sign says. You're able to take up to 50 rations if you.
Then I will take 50.
50? Yeah.
I'll take 50. That means I have 51 rations.
Nice. So yeah, you arrive at the blimp with basically a stack of hard food that needs to be rehydrated a little bit in order to be even edible, but that will keep all of you alive for a while. Yeah.
Then let's get on that blimp. Who doesn't love a good blimp?
Call back. I activated it for you.
Oh, wow.
Do we still have the bag of gold that we were given?
Yes,
For
the
fabric
bag of holding. The quick thing. Yeah, the headmistress, after teleporting you back last night, did mention like that you should return the rings of disguise self to the to basically the magic arsenal of the school. No one's actually enforced that. You see that like a couple of students kept wearing them in the evening during dinner. So yeah.
Good to know. Is that's not getting returned.
Okay, so Demeru, you have yours. So
it's hidden in the bag of holding.
Yeah, it only has charges for one appearance per day, but and it so you can only change into one different appearance from your regular one per day, and if you change back, then that's it for that day until the next long rest.
Okay, I've made a note of that on my sheet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty basic, but it will get you to like hide your supernatural students from yeah.
The only things that I'm gonna pick up before we leave are like the rations that I normally use to satiate the hunger, kind of thing.
Okay.
So like just iron-rich foods, like I normally go for, like
pistachios.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you can. You're able to find those kinds of foods in a similar storehouse that Callback went to. How many do you want?
How many are available? Because I'm guessing it's a fair bit less given the specificity.
I would say that there's 15 that are available when you get there.
Okay, I'll take 10 just in case somebody else is like me in that way.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to have to go without.
You got it. You're able to grab those. No worries. Cool. Hawkwood, you're blue, la-di-do, la-di-da. And are you going to do anything particular preparing this morning?
Nope, I got all the rations prepped.
Okay. Oh, that yeah. Anybody else going to grab something while you're at the Great University? All right.
Not me.
Do they have any potions available, even if they're low-level ones?
They. Let's see.
And not just specifically healing potions, but literally anything, because Demaru just finds that really interesting.
I think that you saw. I think that like you don't see a lot of like finished potions being stored. You don't see any, but you while you're wandering the halls that morning, you can see that they have a potions class where they're attempting to make a potion of fire breath, but each cauldron is having very different results in terms of like the appearance and the magical lighting being produced by them. So you're free to grab one of those potions that is attempted to be made. You're just not sure that it will be a potion of fire breath.
So just a quick question about how potion making works in this.
Yes.
I am proficient with a herbalism kit from just standing and hearing part of the class. Does it seem like something I vaguely understand because of that?
No. I think the potions making with magical ingredients would be I know that it's covered in Xanathar's guide. I think an alchemist's kit would be better suited than a herbalist's kit.
Okay, good to know. In which case, I'll just head out. I won't grab any shady potions.
All right.
This time,
okay. You as you are heading out back through the passageway that takes you to reality, you wander the halls. These like still filled with students. It's just that like it's weird that nobody is freely casting spells after you've been spending a few days in the hidden university. You see that there are 20-ish students gathered along the windows, looking down in the central courtyard of the Great University, where you're going to see a green a blimp that is painted green on the top of its surface and grayish white beneath, making it appear to be part of the greenery from above and a cloud from below. Steiner, Jonathan Steiner is like just waiting outside of it with a ramp unfolded.
This should be fun. Have I been on an airship before? Would I have needed to take one for where I was going?
I think in session 1 we said that both you and Hawkwood came back to do Lucart with a blimp. This one is just much smaller than the airline ones that come through Lucart.
That's fine.
All right. What is so yeah? Demaru and Hawkwood, you've already gone on one of those things. They're still pretty new, so they have a lot of like weird security rules in place until things get fully figured out. So yeah, for example, there's like a plaque of metal with like rules inscribed on it, like don't light any sort of fires. Yeah. When
Is there a new rule at the bottom, just freshly engraved, that says "Do not eat the rules"?
There is a rule about not damaging the structure that holds your life in its metallic hands.
That's fine. Promise I'll be on my best behavior this time.
Cool. You approach. Jonathan is going to wave at you. You see it like a few of the students of the Great University are taking note that this transport is specifically for the four of you, and yeah, you come aboard. Are any of you stressed by this experience?
I would imagine this is the first time for Maya, so she would be a bit nervous about it. But she wouldn't show it, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Callback doesn't fully understand what's about to happen until the thing takes off. So that's when we'll find out if he's going to be stressed out or not.
All right.
Domera just tries to find somewhere dark that she can try and sleep because she gets motion sick.
So as you climb aboard, Jonathan starts to basically goes to the control. It's all one large cabin with two pilot seats and multiple like 6 passenger seats and a large balloon above head. There's also this large engine, and you see that like in order to start it, Jonathan has to like rev it like you do modern chainsaws or old like old engines like this. And so you hear the and it takes 3 tries until the engine roars to life. This is a much louder engine than the ones on commercial airlines, and it fills the cabin in which you are with black smoke. So you're not able to see any of the outside, but there's a sudden lurch, and you're picking up altitude at a quick pace. You hear Jonathan saying, like coughing through the smoke and saying, "All right, everyone, I'm gonna open up a window and it's gonna clear the smoke in just a second." So yeah, how is Callback experiencing this?
It's hard. I guess it's hard for me because, like, I've flew and went in elevators as a little child, so I don't have that adult experience of doing that for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not 100% sure how someone unaccustomed to it would react.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna be like, he would probably be like finding something to grip onto, still not fully understanding until the window opens why everything's moving the way it is. But he would definitely be trying to hold on to something to keep his footing.
you've got seats with like those complex like belts, and you have metal bars that you can hang on to, so you're able to like hold on pretty tightly.
Okay, that's hilarious that you said complex, because I guarantee you he's the type of person that tried to figure it out and then just tied the belts together in a knot rather than trying to figure out how to click them together.
Love that. Cool. So yeah, you have a you're not secured in place, you are knotted in place.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Maya, you're able to see that this thing has a power core similar to the one that you stole. It just seems to be more dependent on steam and combustion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Over the course of the next few hours, the smoke dissipates a little bit. It comes back whenever you whenever you close you keep a window closed for too long, and the engine is gonna be really loud the whole time. But even though that trip is really like nausea-inducing, it is rather short. In just a few hours, you arrive at the edge of the Metzger forest. You see as you touch down a large wood and metal fence built around the edge of the forest with large signs. This seems overkill for some wildlife, and some of the some parts of the fence actually have like spikes that are headed that seem to prevent people from coming in more than beasts coming out. Jonathan touches down, points to a door in the fence, and says, "That's your way in. It's got a path straight to the base. It's just follow the road. You'll get there, no problem. Here's the key to the door." He hands it to the nearest. Let's see. I think he hands it to Maya. Just gives you the key and says, "Yeah, it's just a few kilometers walk. It's a metal building built inside of a cave. So when it looks like the road is heading into a tunnel, you're going in the right direction, and someone will take care of you there."
All right. Since I know that Hawkwood researched a bit about the forest, I'll hand over the key to Hawkwood.
You do what concerning Hawkwood?
I give the key that I was just given to Hawkwood.
Okay, you got it. All right. What are your characters doing as you leave the blimp?
I'm just a little wobbly after the blimp ride, but I'm just trying to keep up pace with where we're heading.
All right. You like walk over to the fence. You are able to use the key to get past the door, no problem. You see that there's actually 2 layers of fencing with a ditch in the middle, but the section in which you are, where there's the door, has a little bridge leading to another door that you also need the key for. Hawkwood, just to
Yep.
make sure, is Hawkwood going to make sure to lock the door behind you as you head in, or no?
Yeah, I'll lock the door.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. You close the large metal door behind you. In front of you is a forest of tightly packed trees with leaves that block out a lot of the sunlight, and thick thorny bushes, but a large clear road, a mud path in the center that is well covered by the foliage of the trees, but also clean of leaves and pretty straightforward. You don't hear a lot of animal sounds.
All right, well, let's continue on.
Okay. You walk for 30 minutes around the during that time you don't encounter anyone. There aren't really any sort of like checkpoints or signs to keep pointing you in the right direction, but the road keeps going. It's not always perfectly straight, but yeah. And at some point, you're turning a bend on a hill. You're going to see what looks like a large metal carriage tipped over and fallen on its side with something really strong seems to have torn it open. There's marks of there's like blood left over on the ground, but whatever bodies were here have been taken away, and apart from the bodies of the two horses that are still rotting at the front, this looks like this looks like the carriage that was transporting Lucanor to the Great University, and that's Hawkwood. That's where the bodies of your friends were taken.
Well, are there any signs of it still left?
Signs of the carriage is still just fully there. It's just like there's traces on the ground of what happened here. It's just that the bodies were taken away. So there's so apart from the carcass of the horses, there's like there's only the ground to investigate, really. There's no one around.
Does it look like there was a proper fight here?
Make an investigation check.
I'll help with that.
Okay.
You, because I'm bad at these.
All right. 12. The footprints on the ground indicate indicate the presence of a lot of not like those are not human footsteps. They look vaguely humanoid, but much larger and with claws on the end. Uh, um, Based on the footsteps, it seems that there were about 20 of those creatures that ran around this place. You see two. You see the deep footprints of someone in heavy armor walking towards the convoy and back away from the carriage. This time followed by accompanied by two sets of footsteps that are human, and the and the a lot of the human-looking footsteps that with extra claws kind of just stop in the middle of nowhere, like those creatures were vanished from existence after they like after they were done killing things.
Okay, so summoned creatures and full armor knight. Okay. Hmm. Is there any information to get from the cart and the bodies themselves?
Yes, but I would need somebody else to roll investigation and roll more than 12.
Is anyone else
I'll do
good
that.
at that?
Is Callback helping anyone with the investigation? Or
Sure try.
sorry, I didn't quite hear.
Help to Maya.
I didn't hear that quite well. Could you speak just a little bit closer to your mic?
You me to roll or to help Maya?
Okay.
I thought
so
that he's helping,
you-
so I rolled again.
yeah. That's an 11. You don't find more information in this spot. I would like for everyone to roll Arcana real quick. Ooh.
Holy shit!
Callback. You do smell the smell of sulfur hanging in the air, which doesn't make sense because they're the area does not correspond with a place that would have a hot spring or a sulfur pit.
I think the only thing he would equate with that smell would be, I think, rotten eggs.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, why do I smell rotten eggs in the middle of a forest? Letting somebody else decipher that.
Demons.
You can roll religion for that. Callback. You remember reading somewhere that like the smell of rotten eggs is associated with the devil and the demons of basically the Christian religion.
Making a strong assumption that my character can read.
All right. Somebody told you. Somebody mentioned it to you.
He has basic reading skills.
Right. Yeah, Demiru, you also you also know that the smell of sulfur is associated with like dark entities, at least in religious settings.
Do you think big footprints or like pretty medium?
Those are larger than human footprints and with claws, but still like 5 toes and a general human feet shape.
We're not talking like Bulgara size, but not medium.
Oh yeah, like those would be large creatures.
Right.
Those are big.
Hmm. Ari, you said something?
I said they're pretty big.
Yep.
Not
The
big.
the road continues onward from this place.
I'll follow Hawkwood wherever you go.
Okay.
When I was looking at the path, do all the footprints disappear, or just the creatures?
Just the creatures. The other footprints actually head to the west.
West? Is that the same direction as the path?
No, the path is heading basically north.
Guess we start following the footprints. Where they
Okay.
lead.
All right. You start trudging your way through heavy, thorny bushes. You do your best to keep tracking those footsteps. Make a survival check for me.
I'll help if I can.
You can, for sure. I'm gonna say it's difficulty 15. And you had the help back. Oh, 18. Hell yes.
Hey!
So you you follow those tracks. You're able to see that thanks to the one who was wearing heavy armor, with the tracks are really well defined. They get deeper into the forest. You are going to find the bodies of 3 large creatures slain by what would probably have been beams of pure energy, and they all look to be draconic actually. They look like large-sized dragons, but that had metal collars and just a metal mechanical contraption on its side, and you see that like the blood of those 3 large creature pools into a weird pattern on displayed on the ground that forms this complex ritual circle, and the blood is dry at this point. Once again, the smell of sulfur hangs in the air. The footprints walk into the circle of patterns and just stop in the middle.
Interesting.
Demeru, all 3 of those dragons have green, bluish scales, and they they look very similar to the way that you picture some dinosaurs. what do you do?
Can I investigate them or do some sort of check to figure that out? If these are like hybrids or some lost link or basically what I was doing my research on.
Yeah. Make a nature check. All right. You observe those creatures, and you do think that they are cousins to both the dinosaurs that you studied and the dragons. The main difference that you find, like people who mention dragon skulls mention like much larger skulls that have room for a larger brain. What you find on the skull of this thing is that it would be much smaller compared to the relative size of its body, much closer to the size of a brain in dinosaurs, basically.
I am gonna take as many notes as physically possible and try like drawing it out.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, you don't.
Hell yes. As you observe the creature's body, you see like you are going to brush against the contraption that it has around its neck, and you feel a jolt of electricity being produced by the machine. You're able to resist taking any damage, but the machine is still on, and it's and it seems, yeah. As you as your movement causes it to like shift slightly, you're able to smell cooked and burnt flesh, as you see that there's like two prods coming out of the machine that are planted in the neck of the creature,
as if it was being controlled,
as if it was being electrocuted under certain circumstances, but it looks like a control device to you.
I am gonna try and rip it from the dragon.
It has a what appears like it has a lock on it, but it was damaged in the fight, so you can either.
I will happily use Force of Hunger to go through it.
Yeah. So yeah, you use brute force. Okay. So this is loud. This is some like heavy metal work. There are a few birds that take flight as you start your work, Demeru. What are the other party members doing in the meantime?
Noticing how much noise she's making, I'm going to like stand ready in case the noise she's making draws anything close, and just kind of stand near her, like standing guard over her.
Make a perception check. All right. You see you see the movement of foliage. This place has really thick foliage. You see the foliage movement of something coming closer to the part of the forest where you are, staying hidden out of sight, observing for a little bit, and then leaving again.
I will let the rest of the group know what I saw.
Okay.
Can I also make a perception check for the direction that Gulbak is pointing at?
Yep. Go ahead. You don't spot what he was talking about.
All right. In that case, I'll just I'll whip out my purple glasses that I had and look around if I see anything with them.
You got it. You see that. You see that the circle, like drawn in mud and filled with blood that's on the ground, has purplish energy still radiating out of it. That looks like basically like a purple fog machine when you're wearing those glasses. It has a little bit of residual energy, and the smoke that elevates, for some reason, constantly takes the shape of a diminished humanoid figure with a long mouth and an expression of pain. Basically, it looks like tortured souls are coming out from the ground with the residual energy, but there's nothing else magical around here other than your party.
Do I notice that the energy? Do I notice the energy reacting to Demeru or anything else? Or any other movement?
Do you notice what's reacting to Demeru?
The energy that is coming out of the purple energy that is coming out of this blood circle.
No, it doesn't seem to be reacting to your presences as well. Although, like when someone is moving around it, it parts like you would expect from smoke.
Got it. All right. Yeah, I'll also notify the party what I see.
Okay.
That's it from me.
All right. Hawkwood. You see that Demeru is studying the bodies. Maya is looking around with the crystal lenses. Kolbak is on the lookout. What are you doing?
I think I'm also just going to be on lookout for now.
Okay. Make a perception check. All right. Yeah.
I'm good at it.
You this forest, you can barely hear any animal sounds coming from around you in this place, apart from the flies that are buzzing around the three dinosaur bodies. Sorry, draconic bodies. All right, what does the party do now?
What were the results of what I was doing?
Could you remind me what you said?
I was prying the machine off of the dragon dinosaur.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of noise, but it's mostly a question of time. So you're able to like take it. You see that it's a lever collar that's reinforced with metal wires, and what appears to be basically like a large taser that would electrocute the beast under certain circumstances. it has, yeah. You've taken it off.
Awesome.
All right. Does the yeah?
So the dragon had this like dinosaur dragon
Yeah.
creature had
Yeah.
this collar on, but what seems to have killed the dragon?
From the way the flesh is disintegrated, it looks like beams of pure energy, or like basically shot all three of them through the heart.
Does it look similar to anything that siblings can do?
Let's see. Yeah. It looks like a beam effect. Like I don't think any of you have like a ray of disintegration or what's it called? Disintegrate. But it's basically something along those lines.
So really high level.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. How mature do these dragons look?
They are so despite the fact that they're pretty small as far as like the size that dragons can grow to, they seem to be at the full at the full growth of their particular species. They seem to be like fully adults.
So when I study dinosaurs and things, I gain the knowledge to wild shape into them. Does it feel like this is something within that power as I'm researching this and like measuring it?
It doesn't count as a beast, if that's what you're asking.
So it's deviated too far away from dinosaur for it to be in the same ballpark.
Yeah, it's going to count as a draconic creature, even if it like even if in intelligence it would probably be closer to a drake.
That's even more interesting. Cool.
So yeah, you all of you can see that like Demeru is taking lots of notes, making measurements. This yeah. What does the party do when that is done?
On, I'm keeping the device.
Okay. So like it weighs a little bit. This is like a large cube with big leather straps coming out of it. Yeah.
Will it need to go in the bag of holding?
Probably.
Okay. Callback, could I put this in the bag of holding?
I'll hold it open for her.
Okay.
Thank you.
So like hold on. How oh gosh. What would be something
Dragon
of comparable size? Oh, it's basically the weight of an old TV before they started making them flat.
Maybe 15, 20 pounds?
Yeah, something. I honestly don't know pounds or kilograms very well in general, so I'm just gonna trust
That's a decent way of comparison. Callbank, you might need to lift it and put it in the bank for me.
I will do that.
All right, you drop it into the bag. It doesn't make a crashing sound. Yeah. What next?
So what was happening while I was doing that? Sorry, I got really engrossed in that.
You. Sorry. Go ahead, Colby.
I said I'll tell her what I saw in the trees.
Can I look around, see if there's anything still on?
It seems to have come close to where you were, stayed a little bit, and then left again. It is no longer here.
If I go over to where it was, is that tracks?
Yes, make a survival check. Okay. Heavy metallic shoes pointed like that of a knight's. Someone in full heavy armor was sneaking through here.
How good at sneaking do they have to be?
Pretty good, because they'd be doing it at disadvantage.
Do you want me to follow this?
Unless they're an armor artificer.
Yes.
Well, that's fine.
Yes.
Do you want me to follow
If that's the
these
case,
tracks?
we're done. We're dead. Yes, we should probably follow these tracks.
Okay. In which case, I'm gonna wild shape into a lion
Okay.
and start sniffing for the metals that make up this armor and just follow my nose.
Yeah. I think with your 15 survival, you are going to be able to follow the tracks. So there's like they came through here, and they went back. It doesn't. At some point, the tracks deviate. So you could follow where they came from, or you can follow where they went.
Where does the smell strongest come from?
Where they went.
Okay, just making sure, because if they walked backwards to hide
Yeah.
that fact.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will just follow the scent.
Okay. You arrive back like so this is taking like a few hours. You're trudging through a lot of thorns. You finally get out of that. Follow those tracks all the way to the road. It leads back to the road, and there's a large cavern, hole in the cliffside that the mud path heads into. And the tracks head in here as well.
I just look at the rest of the party. I can't communicate, but I can look at everybody.
We're following the path, I guess.
Okay.
Go down. Is it a creepy cavern?
Is it? No.
Is it a creepy cavern?
Well, I'll describe it to you, and you can tell me if you find it creepy. Just a little bit of a ways in, your presence lights up, electric lighting, and you can see this large hangar-like place with multiple metal corridors leading out of it. That looks like basically the delivery hub for a larger structure. There are bodies of agents wearing black uniforms on the ground, and that seems to have been killed by sword wounds. You also see the bodies of a few people in armor wearing white capes with a red cross on it and angelic wings spread out of that cross, the symbol of the Inquisition.
The Jesus Brigade has been here.
Oh, these fuckers.
Technically, in this setting, it's the Able Brigade.
That makes it sound so much worse.
All right.
Ableism's invaded.
it's the map that Ari made.
Oh wow! All these cool wiggly things.
So you're not in
just
that.
focus.
Jeez, I thought you made us waste. I thought you made this map way smaller than I was expecting.
Huh?
When you put our tokens on so small, I thought you'd made this map way bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah. No, I'm doing that now. I'm gonna so yeah, it's gonna take me a second, but I'm gonna set up the corresponding map grid. Yeah. What are y'all going to do in this? So like you aren't in the. This is more for the mood right now that I'm using this map than anything else.
I'm just gonna keep sniffling around and see if I can hone in on the tracks a bit more.
You got it. The tracks completely stop. The heavily like actually yeah like this place has the smell of too many people, too much machinery, and too much blood for you to efficiently keep tracking the person that you tracked here, and the footsteps kind of disappear on the metal ground. You're able to see that the only people here wearing heavy armor are dead inquisitors.
I check the shoes.
They are pointed.
Okay, this is gonna sound gruesome, but I'm gonna walk to each one and just chomp on the throat of each one to make sure that they're all dead.
To make sure they're all dead. Got it. Yeah. You you make sure, like, most of their wounds are pretty small, all things considered. It seems that most of them were shot by firearms. You can see some of the like there aren't any swords or guns left behind from that fight. All of that was looted, but they are but there are still the wounds left behind to suggest that there were firearms and swords.
So it's everybody else doing while I'm checking the dead.
Yes, what is everybody else doing?
Yeah, I just want to, continue cautiously down, further in. Making sure there aren't any, like, traps or anything.
All right. You're looking for traps. Make a perception check.
I'm bad at these.
Yeah. Wow.
Not horrible.
13. Cool. You see you see that there's complex locks on the door that have been basically sawed through, that seem to be the main security measure. This place does not appear to have traps. Yeah.
It's a random question, but does it look like they've been hand-sawed or chain-sawed?
Hand-sawed.
Right. That's fine.
So the doors are open?
Yeah, they've been forced open.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak through the closest door.
Okay. So you are you going ahead to scout?
Yes.
Okay. Make a stealth check and a perception check. Ooh. Really good. Okay. You are a shadow. As like your 28 means this. Even though the lights turn on automatically when people walk into the rooms, they don't when you are walking in. That's how stealthy you are. Even the automatic lights don't detect you. Okay, so this place is pretty large. It seems to have been both a lab and a facility to build large things. You don't find any of the actual products, but there's like lots of like heavy machinery and stuff like this, and infrastructure made to move large things around. You see that lots of people got surprised and killed, but that the Inquisitors had casualties along the way. You look through the whole floor and don't find any stairs heading down, but you find a you find that the bloody footprints lead to a small pantry room that where basically the bloody footprints go in, go back out, but they don't seem to connect to they just disappear on their way out of that room.
But there are footsteps coming out, like a couple of footsteps, and then they disappear.
Yes, it's just that like at the place where there's the door, the footsteps, the bloody footsteps are just cut. Like the foot didn't touch the ground back on the way out at the edge of the.
I am going to put on my purple glasses to see if I see that purple energy again. Even though it's unlikely.
You do not. You do not see anything magical in this room.
Then I'm gonna go check out the pantry room.
Okay. You enter the room and the doors close behind you.
Am I logged inside? I immediately check.
It does not appear there isn't a handle or even a lock. It's just two pieces of metal that have come together and locked you in. I think Cleffy knows what I'm doing right now. Don't say it if you know what it is that I'm doing.
I'm saying anything.
All right.
But I will say that if we can hear that, I sprint in that direction.
Oh, yeah. You, you heard a strong, echo out through the base. You don't necessarily know how deep it came from, but you can head in to follow. You are going to do you call out to Maya?
I am not.
I think
I'm in
should
wild
get a chance to shout. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if that was aimed at me. Like, am I calling out to Maya, or is Maya calling out to me? Is that what you meant?
Both.
I'm in wild shape, so I can't speak, but
Okay.
I'm also not hiding anything, so there's revving noises.
All right. Yeah. I think unless if Maya is calling out to them, the siblings are going to look around, find the gruesome murder scenes, and eventually get to the closed doors where a few of the bloody footprints go in, none go out.
Um, I need to first understand what I see in the room.
It
I think Maya has realized that she's locked inside, but
Yeah.
she
It
still needs to realize whether she's in some sort of immediate danger or not.
it is so like it is a complete it is a completely empty room, metal all around you. It looks like a cell, honestly. um so yeah, so like it's just metal with a with electric lighting above you, and make a perception check. There is a sort of small interface on the wall that has like buttons and levers coming out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that interface out, whether that opens the door.
Okay. You pull one of the levers, and there's going to be a lurching sensation as the whole cell starts to shake, and you feel a falling sensation in your gut. What do you do?
Okay, so has Maya been in an elevator before?
No, never.
Okay, not even in the Great University.
No, I don't think they wouldn't have an elevator. But yes, that is what I was describing.
It's some
Yeah,
kind of
just
elevating platform.
and that was very well done. I have to compliment you.
I could tell from from Cleffy being like, oh, during my description, then that they figured out what I
It
was
took
doing.
me a second, and then as soon as the door closed, I'm like, oh, come on. Terrifying to somebody who didn't know what it was.
Yeah, who didn't know what an elevator is. Yeah. So, like Maya, the doors are gonna open again, but it leads out to a corridor that is different than the one from which you came. So yeah, you realize you were in an elevator. All right, I'm gonna call for a short break. We'll be back in, let's say, 10 minutes. All right. Anyways, all right, recording is back on. Maya, you are alone in and the room that you're in seems to have been transported to another part of the facility, deeper than deeper than you were before. There are bloody footprints coming out of out of this room. Come back with even more blood on them, and like re-enter through this metal cage. What do you do? Oh, you might be muted still.
I was. Do I hear any sounds nearby?
Make a perception check. You hear. Give me just one sec. You hear metallical clanky, like but it's like it's very repetitive, like drops falling off of a stalactite onto a sheet of paper, onto a sheet of metal. Sorry.
Okay. So no human or animal noises that I
Nope.
can hear.
Nope.
Okay. Um. Okay. And as soon as I step out, the door closes again, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Maya will attempt to open the door. By like she's going to take her thief's tool and try to like it's just wasting time. So I guess she's spending 10 minutes trying to figure out how to open the door.
Okay. I think that like just the basic of like putting a dagger through and trying to see if you can use force to pry it open would eventually yield some effort if you can pass a difficulty 10 athletics check.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
So
Yes.
you're able to open the outer doors of the elevator and hold them with your feet, but the hydraulics are will crush you if you try to open the other layer. So yeah. While this is happening, uh, the other Malufas siblings are um, above head. You've reached this basically locked door. Yeah, there's a there's a single button on the wall next to it. I think no, there's a single lever on the lever on the door next to it.
Aqua will press the lever. Or
Okay.
pull it.
You hear mechanical clinking, gears turning into place, and it seems like too long of a process for just doors to open, but then the doors just open into the elevator. You can see Maya's footsteps are stepping through with the blood, with some of the blood getting dragged in, and then her footsteps leaving, just like a lot of the other bloody footprints. But she is not here.
Okay. I'm gonna draw my swords. Step in the elevator.
Okay. The doors close behind you.
Oh no.
Well, okay. So like Demeru and Kolbak, if you want to make a strength saving throw, you have a second to try to keep the doors open. Oh yeah, strength. Hell yeah. So yeah, both of you are able to like pry it back open. The as soon as it senses resistance, the doors widen back again. Maya, you can hear mechanical clanking from above. It seems your siblings are interacting with the elevator.
Like, will I realize it's my siblings or will Maya panic?
I think you haven't heard any other sounds coming from anywhere in this facility so far, apart from that mechanical thing behind you. And because you can, you've tried open the first layer, and basically you see the elevator, a metal cage rising as you're like stuck in place, and you can see that it's a long shaft that heads deeper into the darkness below.
Right. So I'll make sense that I've come down like a one flight set of stairs then. So I'll just wait in that case.
Okay. The yeah. The other the others yeah, what do y'all do? The door is still open.
Okay, I think this is some kind of teleport trap. So I think if we take it, let it take us, we'll probably end up in the same place that Maya ended up at.
I'm like slowly edging into the elevator anywhere.
Or at the pit. It could be at the floor pops out.
Oh, I love the idea, Ari, that your father describes teleportation traps in his books that that you will later figure out were just elevators, but he didn't have a good understanding of the technology, and so wrote it in as a weird teleportation trap. Would you do you think that that would be a
I think that's pretty good.
good? Cool.
Just let the doors close and pop in with me. I think this will be fine.
The doors close, nothing happens. You do see the control panel with the levers and button to the side. They're numbered, but apart from numbers, they don't really have anything else going for them.
Okay. On the off chance I skipped numbers day in school, we know which is next after the one we're at.
Would I have heard the doors closing above?
Yes.
Okay, and it has been established that I think that's the siblings, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna shout out the shaft and describe the number that I pushed. Speak out the number that I pushed.
Okay. Y'all hear the description from Maya. So you know what lever to pull. When you do so, you're able to reconvene with her. What is the party going to do now?
Also, this is just another floor of the building? This is...
Yeah, that's how, like, behind this room that you just came in, there's this huge hole on the side of the building. And this room can go, like, up and down. This room can move.
I don't believe you. That doesn't seem right.
Okay, let me show you then. So everybody step out, and then I will attempt to open the first door again so that I can show the shaft.
All right. Make an athletics check.
I failed again, so yeah.
So you're only able to pry the like entrance ones, not the ones of the elevator. Did you send the elevator to another flight?
No.
Okay. Then like it's still there, and also you can't even get in.
Yeah, you all see that Maya herself is very confused at what is happening now.
I just love how seriously you're interacting with the elevator. We all know it's an elevator, and it's great.
For science.
It's a room that can move. It is something unheard of. Yeah, like Maya fails at proving what she was saying, so she's confused now. Yeah.
All right.
In lion form, I'm just gonna like pat Maya on the back.
But like after failing and after getting that pat, Maya's gonna compose herself again, and then she's gonna be like, But I did find the footsteps that I was following. There are more footsteps coming out, moving away here. We can follow them.
I start nose to ground.
Okay.
Along.
So on this floor, you're going to find very few bodies. This floor seems to have a lot of mechanical infrastructure, machinery that is semi-automated and that keeps going despite the fact that no one's been interacting with it for hours. I would like for all of you to make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Didn't mean to make that with advantage, so it's just a 17.
Okay, you got it.
It's a 9.
All right. So Demeru, this is going to be very appropriate that you're that you're the one who rolled this. You follow that noise of metal clanking, repeated metal clanking that I described before, and you arrive at this large door, similar in vibe to like basically another submarine hatch, like the ones in the underground of the amusement park. Through it, you're able to see a large armored figure, twice the size of a human, tapping the metal of the door repeatedly, and that's the constant metal noise that you were following, thinking it was coming from a machine. There's a little bit of steam in that room, so you have trouble seeing the armored figure.
I'm gonna stealth and get closer.
Okay. Make a stealth check. Let me do a perception. There we go. Come on, roll 20. Why does it take you so long to load just one character sheet? Okay, I'm doing this with advantage because this thing has dark vision. So even with the minus, so I rolled a 15. You see that it reacts to one of the movements that you do, and stops tapping.
I look back at the group.
Yeah, what is the group going to do?
Maya is going to hide.
Okay.
Any place
Make
that
a
she can
stealth
see.
check as well, please. Yeah. Okay, you're able to steer clear of this thing's line of vision. Can y'all hear me? Cool. So, Maya, you're able to stay clear of this thing's line of vision. Okay. Both you and Demeru are now closer to the door. Through the steam, you're able to see that this thing's armor is strange. It doesn't have a slit for eyes. Instead, it appears to be fashioned after the the unique central eye of a cyclops. You're not able to tell what is like beneath this white armor, but it is large, and it is apparently imprisoned in a small room with multiple locks and this large wheel that you gotta turn to open. Okay. It starts tapping the metal again. Dun, dun, dun. It was just tapping on its door, stopped when it spotted you, and goes back to doing it now. Your finger connects with one of the locks. It starts tapping a little bit faster. Okay. So Maya is coming over to unlock the door. Oh yeah, you are very stealthed. Make Dimeru, make a perception check. Yeah. So yeah, you don't spot her. You start gnawing away at the locks. Like some of those are just like turning locks that don't need a key. So what you're doing is taking a long time, but you see that the thing stops knocking on the metal altogether and waits with an eerie amount of stillness. Once you're done like dismantling everything that's holding the door back, you turn the wheel, slide it open, and the steam from the room starts to escape, revealing the large figure of this being. It walks out into the corridor, its head like millimeters from the maximum height of the ceiling, and it's going to turn to you. You hear noise coming from coming from inside of the armor, but it doesn't sound like a voice. It sounds like almost like a fly. As you're still in line form, yeah, you make a mechanical sound, and it stops talking. Well, stops like emitting noise. Okay, it's like mimicking that attitude in the sense that it doesn't like have a lot of like it doesn't slump its shoulders when it's breathing and things like this. It stays very, very still whenever it's not moving, whenever it's not doing something. All of this outer shell is pure white steel. And based on the smell, there's white steel on the inside of the thing as well. No. It seems to be a large 3-foot a mechanical foot instead of a pointed shoe. And it's a large creature, so it's actually too like too big. It would need to go alone in the elevator to move up and down, for example. Give paw, as in just like doing that. Ah, no, it is on. Yeah. It doesn't react. It feels like you're trying to boop a steel wall. It does not react. Yep. And you're going to what? If what? Okay. Make a stealth check. You need to get pretty close, so you're at a disadvantage. So yeah, you see that like its head rotates, its central eye locks on you. It sees you. It doesn't react to you going into that room. You see that it's like a metallic room with lots of pipes, metal cables, mechanical gears. It's about the size of the elevator, but the purpose of the room seem entirely different. There are no control options on the inside except a single lever next to the door. It doesn't appear that this is a workspace. It appears that this is a containment space. This to you feels closer to a cell, an actual cell, because you than anything else. But because there's a single lever, you don't know if this room has a purpose. Okay. The door closes. The door opens. it turns its one eye to you for a little bit, then back to Demiru. It follows you. You, yeah. Do you ask that in person? Oh, of course. No, sorry. Give me just 1 second. I, okay. Did you say that in character or no? Okay, then you see it point towards something engraved on its breast that seems that is a long dead script. So it's not letters that you recognize, but but the letters sort of look like the letters EMETH, and I should have Googled. I didn't. I improvised putting this character in this scene, but I should have looked up what it the name beforehand. But of course, it's a Hebrew word. God damn it. Oh, right. Got it. Yes, that's the word that you put on golems to animate them. That's what it's called. Yeah. Oh, here's the thing about anima. There is an I only realized it recently because we got matzo balls from Jerusalem. There is an order of magic supremacists, basically Voldemort, in this setting called the Order of Yehuda, and it turns out,
oh no,
Yehuda is just Jewish, and so they have both the old tech empire that is a reference to King Solomon and that uses golems that use the word MF. It also has magic supremacists named after Jews. So I was planning on changing on not using that content in general. We're gonna keep that name for the robots. It should be fine, but yeah, I had this big realization recently that this game that I've known for years has anti-Semitism in it. Anyways, so yeah, it just points to its breast. Yeah. So, Maya, you were looking around this place like it's a workspace. You are going to find that there is a workspace for in the adjacent room, where you can see basically lots of blueprints that have to do with this metal man, but they seem to be not construction blueprints, but speculative blueprints as to what is beneath the armor. So they're like this thing. It seems more like they were trying to figure out how this thing works rather than having built it themselves. All right, make an Arcana check. They figured out it has a central power source that is its weak point. They also have a page full of words that are written and then crossed out. So you see Turbo Fist, Electro Punch, Power Punch, Plasma Fist. It goes on. Yeah. It will follow you without starting to run. So it's following you at a slow pace. So yeah, it seems that the footprints went everywhere on this floor except inside of the room where Emeth was. Emeth turns around towards the blank metal slate of the wall and reaches up to the top of the ceiling and the edge of the wall, and you see sparks start to come out of his fingers, and he just writes by carving it into the metal wall, some stuff. Writes a whole line, writes a second one. It's again not a script that that you understand. And he just keeps going until until the wall is full. Then moves on to the next wall and starts writing stuff down over there. You won't know until you try. Okay. It counts as a language when it tries to speak. It's only able to produce binary by doing a little bit of electric current where its broken vocal system is, and so you get that sound that I had been describing is just like it quick doing binary pretty quickly. It is not a language that is known by a lot of people, but it is a language, so you are able to understand it. right now it's like it's not really saying anything while it's writing. How do you prompt it to talk? Oh, you can read. You can also understand any written language, but you must be touching the surface. Okay, cool. You touch the surface, and you start looking at the wall. It says the first sentence is, "I always wanted to be a writer," and then it keeps going, and you realize that it's writing a novel on the walls. An autobiographical, what appears to be an autobiographical novel. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. As so, like you you're trying to communicate despite being in your animal mechanical form, and what are you trying to say? The MF turns to you fully, stops writing and says acknowledged. And but only Ari can understand that's what MF said. Ari, you understand its response. It says, no, servant. Uh, um, Make a persuasion check. It processes the information. You see that its central eye like is a glowing light. It has the little turning loading thing for a second, and then it says acknowledged. I don't know what it is that you're writing in binary, but oh, okay, got it. Sounds good. Okay. Uh, um, uh, Members of the Wissenschaft staff, uh, uh, um, Anders Garland, Naomi Watts, Sorry, I'm actually I'm trying to make up names. I think I just used the name of a celebrity instead. Uh, it just starts naming names, and then it like reaches the end after like about 30 people and says uh, um, other members of the facility are dead. Uh, 5 unknown intruders. Five unknown intruders. Uh, 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 negative. You are friends. Uh, it says it simply answers negative. One of those. Callback being the translator into binary is great geek culture. I love it. You see that like he looks to the side at the wall, and Ari, you 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 hear the translated thing. It says, I'm going to. I want to look for more metallic surfaces. Also, yes. Also, also, I want to exterminate humans if I get bad reviews. Ha 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 ha. It made a joke, I think. It is going to ask if the place has appropriate writing materials. Yes. It is going to answer yes. No. Sorry, negative. Mm-hmm. In human form, it does not react to you trying to talk to it. It yeah, it doesn't react to gestures. Okay. Oh, you got it. You feel the bits and pieces of the metal moving and mending back together. Uh, there's a clear hole where some of the parts are just missing that the mending spell cannot just make reappear. No. No, all of the white metal in this facility, like all of the white metal in this floor, is already on MF, and maybe if you have a little bit left in your some in your pocket. Make an investigation check. It based on the blueprints that you find, it seems they were trying to retrofit the voice box because they basically have multiple blueprints speculating what parts were in that spot. None of which seem to have produced a functioning device. He goes back to writing on the wall. Not anymore. Okay. Uh, are you going to the university? Uh, uh, I will follow when you go. All right. Y'all head back to the elevator. Are you going to try to leave this place or keep going to some of the deeper floors? Anyone? Okay. Okay. All right. Everybody make a perception check with disadvantage. Yes. Oh, actually, it is flat if you do it with smell. Yes. I'm almost done. Right now what we're doing is the cliffhanger that I was planning for. So y'all are in this elevator. Demeru, you are able to warn your siblings before it happens. You are able to smell iron from blood coating coating the metals of fancy armors inlaid with gold. They're being very quiet, but they're waiting on the other side of the doors of the elevator and react to the sounds of the elevator coming. There is an ambush. As soon as the doors open, next time we will roll initiative, because the 5 Inquisitors knew you were coming from having spotted you in the woods, from one of them spotting you in the woods, and they've been waiting to attack you as soon as you get out of the elevator, because you're in a confined space, and they think you're not expecting. Thanks to Demeru's perception, you are expecting it. Yeah, I think it was of it was of the Empire, which they're a different faction to like, you know, allied to some extent, but different troops and different methods of work. But I think you are able to like growl or something, warn them that y'all are about to be attacked. So, all right. So I'm gonna stop the recording here. Great session, everyone.